Hey, so I have been in lockdown for about 2 months now, I think, something like that. And I'm making these video diaries to keep track of how things are going and what's happening. And today I have a little show and tell to do. Because someone was talking to me about like PPE, like masks and protective equipment, and I really don't have that much. But I have a few masks that I've been keeping about. Basically, I haven't been going outside like almost at all in the last few months. I think I went out for a long walk like last week for the first time in ages, and it was late at night because I couldn't see anyone on the streets. So I went for a walk around Edinburgh, but before that I hadn't been out for ages. But I did buy, when we were starting to come into this sort of like before lockdown, but just before lockdown, one of my friends who's actually from China and sort of lived through this kind of thing before, had really strongly suggested to me that I get some masks, and I actually found in the local post office of all places, which is like mixed with a hardware store, they had these masks with the little respirators on them, and I bought 2 packets, so this is like a spare packet, and I had been wearing that for a couple of weeks. Every time I had to go to the shops, like every time I had to go to Lidl or Tesco or whatever. Now I get mostly deliveries, but if I do have to even leave the room, then I tend to put one of these masks on. And also in my accommodation, they've been giving out these surgical masks as well. My Chinese friend gave me one of these. Usually then I kind of double up the masks just to get extra protection. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but that's what I've been doing. And yeah, it's a bit strange. It's not something I'm used to doing. I must admit, like when I first bought them and I was wearing them like in Lidl, nowadays I don't think it really matters because there actually is more and more people wearing masks. But when I first got them and I was wearing them outside, I got a few looks. I got a few people kind of like, why are you, like, I don't know, like I think there's something about wearing a medical mask that people just immediately think that you're like so contagious and I have to stay away from you. So people kind of gave me a wide berth, which actually in hindsight is quite a good thing that people gave me a wide berth because, social distancing. But yeah, it was a weird experience. It's amazing how things change. Now it's totally normal. I don't even think about it. And I actually don't even care anymore. I think people are so used to seeing people with masks that it's become sort of normalised. I wouldn't wear a sock over my face, or like when like someone sent me a picture of a self-made mask made of a sock, and I was like, oh. But I wouldn't. I would definitely wear like a proper mask if unless I had no choice, but I would prefer a mask than a face covering, if you like. Yeah, so I'm probably maybe gonna go for more walks now, maybe that things are relaxing a little bit, but yeah, not without taking the proper protections. Yeah, so check back in again later, but that's just my thinking for now. And I'll see you soon.